Last night was so weird. And so even though I'm supposed to hit the airport in like 22 minutes, I gotta tell you what's been going on with Nintendo in the last 12 hours. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I am headed to Summer Game Fest, which should be pretty nifty. Hope you guys are all doing awesome out there. Make sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, because there's some mysterious Nintendo stuff going on once again. But let's kick it off with additions to Super Nintendo Library. This was out of nowhere. Last night, Nintendo decided to drop 3 games. But there's kind of a caveat here because they're not 3 new games entirely. They are Kirby games celebrating Kirby's 30th anniversary, and it's Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby Superstar. Now, those games may ring a bell because they're already on the Switch Online SNES app, but these are 3 SP versions. Remember, that's when they do like a special version, unlocking a different mode, or like flipping the order of the game, doing something different to kind of make them unique affairs for Switch Online. Which, don't get me wrong, is cool, but it does kind of look like they added 3 awesome Kirby games. Those games are already there. But if you're interested in dancing with Kirby in Kirby's Dream Course, playing Meta Knight's Revenge in Kirby Superstar, or Easy Mode in Dreamland 3, then voila, you do have access to that now. And as always, we love to see Nintendo updating their Switch Online, especially when then they shut it down. Let me know if you're going to check out the new Kirby games as we celebrate his 30th anniversary way more than Zelda. I'll never let that go. Again, I celebrate Zelda more than Nintendo celebrated Zelda. But let's instead talk about something that is celebratory worthy. All right, there were amazing games announced for Switch last night, and this is not the last time you're going to hear me talk about the Plucky Squire. Plucky Squire is like, remember those segments in Mario Odyssey where Mario would be like on the side of a wall, right? Like he'd kind of jump in and go 2D. This dude who used to work for the Pokemon Company, art director for Sword and Shield, he saw that and was like, let's make an entire game and take that idea to the 10s. All right, so the Plucky Squire is a 2D, 3D, over-the-shoulder, crazy hybrid where you're playing side-scrollers on coffee mugs, and then you're playing 3D in a little girl's bedroom, and then you're playing 2D in a book, top-down Zelda style, and then you're playing Punch-Out! It looks freaking incredible. It was announced at the Devolver Digital Showcase. It's coming to Switch in 2023, and it is one of my most anticipated games. Like, obviously, Hollow Knight Silksong is on top of the indie wish list, but this is really close. And man, there was a lot of good stuff shown off actually in the indie scene for Switch. And if you're planning on getting a bunch of indie games and a bunch of Switch games, which you probably will this year because Nintendo has many more releases, the Lexar Play Card is the top memory card to grab. Make sure to click the link in the description down below to check them out. Come in a bunch of sizes, like 31 flavors, all the way up to 1 terabyte. It's fast, it's reliable, it's safe, and it is such a darn reliable card. All right, I've been working with Lexar for over a year now. They're great people. They're always so supportive of the show, and you can support the show by just clicking that link. Every time you do, it does help out, and it's a fantastic memory card if you're looking for it. But outside of the Plucky Squire, Call of the Lamb looks really, really hot. And if you want to get in on some Call of the Lamb before it hits Switch on August 11th, that game is available in demo form on Steam right now. So if you have a PC capable, check it the heck out. This is like a cult building, roguelite, Zelda dungeon fighting game that has an amazing art style, great presentation, and is going to be another superstar addition to the Switch summer. We got Shredder's Revenge, Neon White, Call of the Lamb, all coming this summer, and something else just got announced for July. Baron Breakfast. Baron Breakfast is back. Baron Breakfast is coming in July to Switch. I think it's the 22nd, and that is like the Animal Crossing, but I'm a bear, and I'm a little more lumberjacky. I've never met a lumberjack. You ever met a lumberjack? Do they exist? Any lumberjacks out there? Anyways, these games all look incredible, and man, when you think the eShop is like stale, they reinvent it again, right? They're like, boom, we gotta do it. So those games all look great. Let me know if you're interested in any of them. Plucky, Cult, Baron Breakfast, Shredder, Neon White. I'm so excited for all of them. Now, apparently, Nintendo is up to no good yet again, because this was one of the weirdest nights in Nintendo Switch history. I don't know if any of you experienced it live, but if you tried to play your Switch last night, what the heck? Like clockwork, 10 plus games went down. Okay, we got alerts that over 10 big Nintendo Switch games had their online services under maintenance, right? We're talking like Mario Kart, ARMS, Brain Training, Clubhouse games, so many titles all down at once. And this never happens. You know Nintendo makes updates and they sort of schedule the maintenance and we're like, oh, that's when they're bringing the Mario Kart Booster Pass, or that's when they're fixing this, or that's when they're getting this ready for a demo. This was like 10 plus games at once. So people started speculating like, is this a big one? Is Nintendo doing something? And then online services went down. And then My Nintendo went down. And then the Switch Online app went down. And I was legitimately glued figuring out what is going on. It seemed like the big one. And by big one, I mean like Nintendo revamping something huge, right? We're talking like a subscription service, because why would they take down all these first-party games? What were they really working on all at once? Some sort of demo pack for Switch Online expansion pack? Some sort of weird Game Pass type creation? Something with themes? All these games get themes? And then they take down, the online services, the Nintendo app, and My Nintendo? Which is like where you can, cash in your points for like the new reward icons and stuff. It didn't make any sense. All of it down at once, and it was down for hours. What were they doing? Why would they do maintenance on all of these at once? It wasn't scheduled. What was up? Now, it's E3 time. It's Nintendo Direct season. Could they be working on getting something big ready? Could they be prepping, I don't know, Game Boy Advance? Or could they be prepping just some better online service? Could they be prepping a whole new interface? What are they working on all at once? Now, supposedly they just had big outages, and supposedly there was just a big internal problem with the Switch Online servers, and they were really struggling, which comes at a very awful time considering an online game, Mario Strikers Battle League, was about to drop. At midnight, Mario Strikers drops, and they've got 10 plus games, the online services, the app, and the website shut down. This comes on the heels of them shutting down the store when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition closed off their entire web presence. Now, this is very, very odd, and it felt to be a monumental just moment. Like, this is when we're gonna finally figure out what's happening, because things have been weird. Neon White and Shredder's Revenge, people thought they were gonna be surprise stealth drops, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, no, they're actually coming out on the 16th and announced at Summer Game Fest, so is there actually a direct after all? Be patient, no, it's still coming in June. Like, the chatter last night was just insane, and this ramped it to 11. Again, it seems like there was just a big outage, but I don't know. I'm a conspiracy Nintendo person. I don't really like conspiracy theories anywhere else, but with Nintendo, I like them just because they're so sneaky, and I don't know, maybe it's more fun to believe in this, but what were they really doing? Did all of these games go down? Did their online services go down? Did they just have a colossal problem? Or were they actually updating something? Now, it's not a stretch to think that Switch Online does get a major boost whenever this June Direct does take place, right? We know about the Game Boy Advance emulator, the Game Boy Color emulator, and we imagine that they're going to be adding more to the classic game services with the N64 lineup just about tapped out, and we imagine that they'll add more to Switch Online Expansion Pass in the form of new DLC, and maybe everybody's one to Switch a game that is so bad Nintendo might give it to you for free. So there's definitely things that will happen, but this was so much at once, it would have had to be like an entire overhaul. Like the eShop is all different, or the online is completely changed. And we know that back around Monster Hunter Rise, they did bring aboard a new, better, stronger online that has been utilized in a number of games to have better connections and to allow for, a smoother online experience, something more akin to the other consoles instead of Nintendo's more ancient online, which I think had a Windows 95 screen or something. There was something really weird where they were using just such antiquated online for Splatoon 2, and then they finally flipped it around. But look, we have big online stuff coming. We have Mario Strikers, we have Splatoon, and now we have 4-player Pokemon, which is going to power through those servers. Pokemon sells 10, 20 million like clockwork instantly, and there's gonna be so many people playing. And so Nintendo really does need to lock down their online. You can't really have this sort of thing happening when the biggest game of your year comes out. So maybe this was just a weird scenario where they really wanted to get things locked down. Maybe somebody hacked into it. Maybe there was a big leak, and I don't mean a leak oh, we're showing off Donkey Kong. I mean a leak someone got in or something. They were worried about pirates. I don't know. It was very, very odd, and it almost was this singularity event where everything was going down at once, and I really thought we might get something crazy. As of yet, it's shown nothing, but couple this with the Mario Kart maintenance back on Monday, which we thought could have been a surprise drop of the booster pass, and weird stuff is just going on with Switch Online. Weird stuff is going on with Nintendo. Their plans are a secret. Whatever they're doing with online is completely odd, and I want to know what's happening. I hope next week is where we do finally get some clarity. All right, it is Friday. Nothing else will happen this week, and we know that Xbox is going this weekend, Capcom on Monday, the Cozy Games Fest, the Decent Games Fest, the Wholesome Games Fest, Wholesome Game Direct, whatever, that's coming, and there's a Steam Next Fest with a bunch of demos, so a lot of fun stuff still to look forward to, but Nintendo, where are they in all of this? And I hope we really do find out soon, because it's been a wild, weird, up and down week, and I want to know what you think. Did you experience or see all of this online shutdown, and do you think it's leading to anything bigger, or do you think it really was just an internal problem? And are you excited for Plucky Squire? Plucky Squire. I'm gonna say that like a million times just so that we all get excited for Plucky Squire, because it looks amazing, and you guys are all amazing as well. So have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully I get to play some cool stuff over at Summer Game Fest. I'll fill you all in on that once I do. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you all a lot. Appreciate you even more. SwitchForce out.